Hey, Team Andrews. Hey to my YouTube channel. Okay, so we've reached an incredible milestone doing our capstone at Devry Keller. We are already graduates with our master's degree. However, we've been doing a simulation for the last 8 weeks or 7 weeks. And the simulation is to see if we can run a large company. You know, the research and design, the marketing, the production, the finance, the quality, total quality management. I mean, just can we run a company? So our professor, Professor Day, he basically grouped us into four groups: Team Andrews, Team Baldwin, Team Chester, and Team Digby. Team Digby has been the number one team. Team Digby has been on point from day one. The reason for this is because Team Digby got rid of all of its physical workers low key and did more automation from day one than anybody else. Period, point blank. They had less expenses and more sales from basically day one. Team Andrews has been steadily hanging in second place. We went to third place in round 5. Matter of fact, round 5 numbers, as I look at them, I'm looking at round 5 number, Team Andrew, and I noticed that we were at, our rate of sales, our return on sales was basically at 10.6%, and we were in third place because Team Digby was at 25% ROS, and Baldwin was at 15% ROS. At that time, Team Chester was at a negative 3.9% ROS. And that was round 5. We were not doing very good. I took a chance, though. I took a chance because I was supposed to submit some analysis presentation slides, and I had some internet connectivity issues, and I couldn't get it done. And as a please forgive me to my group, Team Andrews, I decided to make all the decisions for round 6. So what I did is I just kind of just dove myself deep into all the Capsim training that was out there. And basically found the secret formula. So the problem is anytime that you do production changes in one round, it takes a year for it to produce any fruits. So needless to say, by the time we got to round 6, Team Andrews, y'all were probably feeling like, hey, this is as one group may put it, this is going to be a shit show. But again, like I said, all of the new things that we had put in place in round 5 could not go into effect until round 7. In round 5, we added 2 new products. We added Aztec and Albany, which was to compete in the high-end product segment, and the other was to compete in the size segment in round 5. That's what I did also. I also got rid of some capacity with our our traditional service product. Because we weren't really doing much with it, and we had all of this extra, we needed to save some money. So what happened in round 5 is, we also made sure that we had our forecasting and our numbers correct for round 6. So Team Andrews, we're going to start sharing the screen in a minute here, but if you are someone that's watching this YouTube video, you're getting to see what actually happens in round 8 of the Capsim. And my group has been steadily holding second place since round 6, and we're around 8. Well, we've actually been in round, we've all 7 rounds, we've pretty much been in second place except for round 5. And that's where I took the initiative to make some decisions for round 6. We had to wait for round 6 to go through, and round 7's numbers came out yesterday morning. And when I say I just was so happy because now Team Andrews is cutting into the market share of Team Digby. And how are we doing that is because we introduced 3 new products in our whole scale of things. Team Baldwin in round 5, they actually got rid of 2 of their products. Team Chester, I think, is got rid of one, but we were steadily adding products. You can only add 3 more products on top of the 5 you've already given in Capsim, just so you know. And so we had first added a high-end product called Acme, and Acme was the first product we introduced like in round 2. So if you're going to do Capsim, if you're going to introduce products, do it in round 2. Okay. I would also suggest that because of what happened to us, team, there's this tutorial that we all go through. And in the tutorial, and we also have what they call a individual analysis report that was given to us. It basically gave us some, like a template on how things should go. And especially when it came to automation, that, basically you should automate, because you kind of start off with automation, and it goes like, you probably in your traditional service product, you probably got like 6. In your high end, you probably got like, whatever the numbers are, they need to be adjusted. So if you're doing Capstone for the first time and you get to see this video, you're witnessing someone that has been going through it. We are in round 8. And as I look back, and as Team Andrew should look back on it, we're looking at the fact that automation would have helped us with our contribution margins tremendously. So when Professor Day, he saw that all of our contribution margins were way above 30. Well, that's because everybody has ignored the training tutorial and saying, and have an 8, a 10, and like 3 6s in automation. And pretty much everybody's at 8.5, 10, 10, 10, 10. Digby has all 10 automation, just so you know. So if you're doing production in your Capstone, keep in mind automation matters. The lag days, ARAP, that matters. Hover in the beginning somewhere around 2040, and then come to 3030 by round 6. You feel what I'm saying? Pay attention to the customer buying criteria. Period, point blank, is what I found in round 7. And also, like I said, really pay attention to the individual analysis report that they give you. It actually gives you pretty much how you need to do this thing, right? So just so you know. Now, one of the things that I wanted to show you guys, because we're going to share the screen, I wanted to show you what it looked like if you're new to this Capsim thing. But I also kind of want to show off a little bit, because my team Andrews, oh my goodness, I'm so proud. Like, we did that. So let's share our screen. All right, so. This is how we access our Capsim. Like I said, this is our management 601. And I go to my Capsim to check things out, right? Capstone. August 28th is our lastest day for this. So that is, oh my goodness. Okay, so this is basically what you'll see. Like you see, I'm at the Andrews company dashboard. And in order to do the various things, you had to pass all the tutorials. And that's why I said some of us ignored the tutorials on automation and just made everything automation. So, I mean, I don't know if that's telling you what the wave of the future is, but basically the wave of the future is a lot of automation, and people, y'all better get y'all skills up. That's what I got to say. So it looks here like I've been on here about 55 times, and Abigail about 51, and Amanda about 41, and and so on and so forth. But what happens is I like to go to our round reports. So when I go to our reports, I look at our industry report. The capstone for, so we get one for every round, and you get to view them all. But this is the current capstone for Team Andrews, Baldwin, Chester, and Digby. And look at the numbers. Oh, don't look at Baldwin. Baldwin had a bad deal now. Baldwin is going through something now. 4.7% for Chester Chester was at negative something. Remember I told you that in round 5? They were at negative 3.9%. Look at you, Chester. You know what they did, though? I'm going to tell you what they did. And Digby. Digby, what happened to your market share and your stuff? Well, you are up to 25. You're up, you know. Well, you're only up by 3% from last round. Oh, you guys were at 30.3% last time. Oh, oh, I wonder if Tim Andrews had anything to do with that. I believe so. So, as we go through the numbers, look at this. These are our stock market summaries. Team Andrews, Baldwin, Chester, Digby, Erie, and Ferris. The closing price for Team Andrews, $282. The closing price for Digby, though, $567. Okay, that's how much they have been balling. Chester and Baldwin, they got some gets, you know. Well, it's the end. This is round 7, so we're in round 8, so it's kind of too little, too late. Team Andrews, finance department, what can we do about this? Can we do anything about getting rid of some of these bonds? I don't know, but I would love a credit rating of A. I'm gonna tell you what went wrong here. Team Digby paid off all of their what's your names. You see, they don't even got an S&P rating because they got rid of everything. Don't get rid of everything. At least keep us a good S&P. You know what I'm saying? So finance department, Mr. Greer. Let's look at what is going on now. Look at it by the numbers. Now, Team Erie and Ferris, they lost $51,000 in non-cash items, I guess. Digby got $182,000 in non-cash items. Chester, well, $4,000. It's good. You were coming back from negatives. And Baldwin, or in the negative, Baldwin, I'm not sure. You were just beating us in round 5. This is a negative 14,270. Let's just dive into what's going on there. And look at Team Andrews, just a steady, and slow and steady, because we what gonna win the race. Yo, if you're watching this on YouTube, I cannot stress to you enough, patience is the key. What I told you is pay attention to customer buying criteria, your automation, and basically, I need you to, I'm going to show you something, okay? So we're looking at our report here now. First of all, let's finish looking at the report. Accounts payable. Okay, let's see. So inventory, negative 5233, negative 29,771. Chester, okay, I'm not sure. Your inventory is in the positive. So we'll just keep on going with that. Let's see, retirement of current debt. Okay. Net cash from financing activities. Go finance department. Look at y'all. Y'all posted some positive. And this right here, okay. Basically, they needed help. We needed a little help too. Now, I don't know why we needed that $13,000 in help, but let's go down further. The balance sheet summary. Cash, we made about 78. Digby made about 94. Baldwin, go ahead. Okay. So our net profit was 91. Theirs was in the negative. They were below 14 or at 14. They made 4,000, Chester, coming back from nothing, and they kind of doubled what we made at 182 at Digby. Now, when we're looking at this, is because we're stocking out. We do not have enough places. We can't fulfill all the orders. We're not fulfilling all of our orders, and they darn sure ain't fulfilling their orders. Come on, Team Digby. You know what I'm saying? And basically, they overdoing it. And they're overdoing it. So They got far more capacity than they have in production. We have far more production than we have to hold. It's because we've been balling. And if you would peruse with me, Team Andrews, this is what's going on. So as you can see, remember I've been talking about this automation situation, right? So here's what the what's up is. Team Andrews, you see we got automations in the next round. I'm very proud of y'all. Why y'all didn't handle this situation? Why didn't we do it like them? But maybe there's reasons. We definitely have the cash. I know we have the cash. But look at Team Chester. This is one of the reasons why you're having automation problems. You're way down in the fours and Team Chester, no. And then look at Team Baldwin. They only have 5 witch names, but they're doing really good with the automation. But however, they were in the negative. Okay, but that's because a lot of their stuff isn't coming out until this round. So Team Andrews, be ready. See, they were late in the game as far as adding products and as far as renewing, but they had to go all the way back to the drawing board because they obviously just now started to understand what was going on. But it's round 8 and it's a little too late. But and also not to mention I'm watching you. I'm researching this so I can design the perfect way for us to stay and to become number 1. That's my goal. Because look at your boy, look at Digby. Digby just now entering in a new product, Duffy. They entered in dance and the disco at the end of 2028 pretty much, and the dance didn't do very well. Not against us. And the dance is a high-end product, and that high-end product had to go against our high-end products, our 3 high-end products, because we've been playing this game since round 2, Team Digby. Okay, so now I'm also noticing that, like I said, this is going to come out in May 2029. I don't know what kind of product it is, but they already got them having about 500 in sales, I guess, or whatever. You know, we're going to see. We're going to see. Also, let's see. Price. Okay. So then we look at Team Chester. What y'all got coming down the pipeline? Y'all got the same old situation. One of everything. Y'all didn't enter no new products, but you know. And your prices is at 28, 22, 40, 32. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Let's look at y'all. All y'all stuff is coming out at the end. Team Andrews, if you see in this video, which you should be, because I sent you the direct link. Look at this. All of their stuff is coming out in 2029 December. Who made those? I mean, they shot themselves in the foot, Team Baldwin, and you wondering why, unless somebody just said, I'm going to give up. That was a giving up situation. And I want to bring something else to y'all's attention, Team Andrews. You see this right here? Shift overtime. That's second shift in overtime. So basically, that means we're going to stock out of any product that's at 80%. Now let's look at Team Digby. They're going to stock out on everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 5 products they're going to stock out on. And the other 3, we have to pay attention to that because that's who we're in competition with. And these people don't even got a second shift because literally, Team Chester, where's your second shift? Where is your second shift? Oh, that's because you don't even got no capacity. Oh, my goodness. All right, so now we're going to move on. We're going to move on because I want to see what each individual product did. Like I said, in the traditional products, it was just Team Andrews against Team Digby. And the reason why we didn't have enough space to hold everything, y'all. Let me just tell y'all that right now. I took some notes, and I just wanted you to know, Team Andrews, because I'm also going to do our little analysis slide as well. The reason that that looks like that is for what? Because age matters. The ideal age was 2 years old, and we were 177, right? Disco was 92. So age mattered most there. And that's why we did pretty good. And when it came to customers, were more satisfied with our product because, for one, okay, well, we got 95% awareness, so there's not much more we can do with that. And there's not much more we did with that. Matter of fact, I think we're going to just make sure that the price is conducive, which should be $26.50 after this round. And we're going to leave this one pretty much to its own devices. Yes. Okay, and that was our traditional, what is that, Able? So then, Team Andrews, we come down to our low-end statistics. And we have quite a few. We only have one product. We have Team Acre. And what matters most to Team Acre was the price and the age. So we could have got this in market share. Okay. But we didn't have it. Baldwin took it somehow from us. So let's look at the numbers. The bread company. They came out at the end of the year at 12. Well, they didn't even, I don't even know. They came out at the end. Their price, their age. So what do we say mattered most? Price and age. That's why they killed us. Because they darn near 5 years old. We is only 4. All right, and we come down to our high-end statistics to see what we got here. We got 3 products, Adam, Aztec, and Acme, all against the other companies. Well, Dancing Duck is out here, and there's no B companies, but there is a SID. See what's going on. Dance had the better customer survey score. Their age was pretty much closest to 0. They stocked out, but what was most important here was performance size and an age of 0. So, and the performance that they were looking for was 15.2. They had 15.4, 4.6. We had none of that. We did not do none of that. We were in the 13th and 14th. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. There is this industry report that I want to show you. We can talk about later, but it goes into further detail about why. And since this is our last round, I'm literally looking at this, but we got most of that. We did our thing. We pretty much eviscerated everybody else because who got all the products in this one? We did, Team Andrews. But again, as I look at my notes, I see here that in our in the high end, we need to get rid of Adam. Team Andrews, I'm going to do something drastic. I'm going to get rid of Adam because I'm tired of our expenses being more than our sales. And we're going to lower that price to $36.50, just so you know. And then the next one, where we got the performance statistics, where basically the MTBF matters the most. We're going to stick to that. It's 27, and then it's the performance, which we're going to make sure our performance is meeting the industry analysis template standard. And at the last round 8, it says that the performance standard would be 16.0 and 11.4. So let's see how close are we to that. We're at 15.8 and 11.7. We are going to be there. Now, how much does age matter? Age does not. Just a year old. Cool beans is. Okay, so then we go look at this. Team Andrews just killing the game. Killing the game in the size segment, right? Yeah. Yeah, we pretty much eviscerated them too. You know, as you can see, performance actually mattered, and we're of Albany and Agape, and we were like 8.3 and 7.9, where they were looking for 8.6s, you know? So we were doing good. And then age was the second thing. We stopped out in Albany, but not in Agape. And the age was 1.6 in Agape and 1 years old in Albany. And as you can see, customers like that in the customer survey. So we're going to try to keep that fairly the same. Now, I want to talk to you guys about my favorite page here. Potential, this side of numbers versus the actual, okay? Total units demanded, industry unit sales. They demanded more of our low end and our traditional, and we did not have the capacity to have that, which, you know, we fixed that and bought some automation last round, so, or a couple rounds ago, so we should be good. Here, what I like to do is, I like to do our forecast numbers for marketing with these numbers, and basically take the units demanded and multiply it by whatever that percentage is, and then add the units demanded back in there to get the real forecast numbers for next time. Because they said we could have did 31%, but we only did 29.7. They said we could have did 28.7%, said we only did 14. So when we do our forecasting off of these numbers, we're actually we're going to actually ask the production department to put the actual capacity in there that we need. Okay. A lot of people do not put any forecast numbers in there, so then they're only reliant upon the computer's numbers, and they are unreliable because they don't know what the other competitors are doing. But as you can see, we actually got 24% of the market share, but was only supposed to get 17. So we did pretty good. And we actually got 39.2, but was only supposed to get 39.1. Go, whoop, whoop. And as you can see with our size, we actually got 41 over the 34 that they thought we were going to get. And we could have got 39, but we're new product here. We could have got 26 and 20, but we got 17, 13, and 19 because we are news. Okay. So that's why that is happening, Team Andrews. But on the map of perception, woo, if you're green, you are doing your thing. You see that? Look at us. We are definitely matching what the ideal spots are as far as our end results in this company in year 8. So as you can see, Team Andrews has all of these products. However, I think we need to get rid of Adam. You know why? I think we need to get rid of Adam because when it comes to the sales, Adam, you're just not making it make sense. Yeah, Adam's not making it make sense. Let me show you, and here's why. Here's why. I will tell you why Adam is not making sense. Okay. Okay. Let's break it down, and I wonder if I got any of these industry conditions. Breakdown, industry analysis, complete situation, comprehensive team performance report, cash balance. We love these different things, but let's see. Oh no, I just saw that. All right, so basically when you're doing your CAPSTONE, and like I said, we were in round 8. We done did this. We done been there, done that. And Team Andrew, this is really for you, but this is for anybody else that's visiting my YouTube channel and has to do a CAPSTONE in Capsim. It is fun, but it is also nerve-wracking. So they give you ways to look at your reports, and then it gives you ways to go ahead and make your decisions. Once you make a decision, it is made. Launch the web spreadsheet. This means that whatever I touch, I'm going to start to draft with the official decisions. I'm not changing nothing, but I'm definitely going to look at my performers. So when I go into my R&D, which is what I've been in charge of, the only things that I made or changed was these products. And the reason why is because age was really reliant on these products. So age mattered a lot for these products, and these products were pretty much already at the top of customer awareness. I've done all that I can do. I can be all that I can be. And it's just what it is right now. When you look at the numbers down here, the new material cost versus the old material cost, everything is pretty much matching up. Everything is good. You know, if you see a Z, that means it went from 1 year old and dropped down to being younger. Okay. Z's mean you went younger. So a straight line mean you're getting old. Okay. 4.7 is what acres should be when they want us to be 7 years old. Hopefully it'll be better than the other two. And like I said, we had to keep these particular products because this is agape. Agape needs age. Aztec and Albany needs age. But as you can see, if it doesn't have a Z shape, we didn't change the age. And the only way to change the age is to change the performance and the size of what you're doing, right? And when I check the ideal spots on our industry analysis report that contains the ideal spots for the perceptual map, for round 8, we need to be able should be at 10.6 or 9.4. But if I change that, it'll change the date and the age. Able is really reliant on age to be 7 years old, so we're not going to touch it. Acres, ideal spots for the end of round 8 is 6.5 and 13.5. However, age matters, so I'm not messing with that. Adam done did all it can do. Adam done did all it's going to do. Not to mention there's 2 other high-end products that are doing very well, very well. So we are looking at AFT, which should be 16.0 and 11.4 by the end of round 8, and there it is. And then 16.4, 11.8. So then for agape is our last product in size, and size should be 8.6 and 4.0. It's just that I believe agape is heavily reliant upon age. That's why I didn't want to move it. And it's a size product, and like I said, 8.6 and then age matters. So yeah, we just left that where it was. And the age that they prefer is 1.5, right? 1.5. Let's see. I want to try it, and this is what'll happen. So 8.6 and 5.3. So let's go with 7.9. Let's go with 8.3 and see what happens. And because 8.6 and 5.0. Let's see what happens. We hit recalculate, it's still going back. Okay, agape would be almost a year. Okay. But we do got it closer to its perimeters, so nobody can really mess with us on those numbers. So once R&D does her thing, like we just did, the marketing department will do its pricing and forecast. And this is what they have. And, the prices are pretty steady, I guess. They ain't very low, so that means we will stock out. Okay, why is Adam at 2060? I'm not even sure. We need to get rid of Adam. Production department. Adam is no longer, why do we need these expenses? Adam's only bringing in 32,000. I don't know if we need Adam anymore. I don't know. And I'm going to talk to you about why. But once we did the marketing, there's also promotion and sales. So we're spending about 27, 26, 15, 19, whatever. But there's some recommended in your traditional budget analysis that will tell you as far as what was working. Right? Right. So we're looking here at budget, right? And I like to go and look at the other, what do people use in their budget? So customers really like Able, which we did. Our sales budget was 1868, right? And our promotional budget was 2600. Is that the recommended promotional budget? Well, it actually worked for us. So I always go by the customer survey scores of the last round to see what kind of promotional budget worked. But anywho, okay. So one of the things that I like to look at is, like I said, here's our promotional budget. Then you have the production department. Here's the production department. Our sales forecast numbers are right here. This is what we said we were going to be able to do as far as marketing. Now, in Adams, they said we could do 2,000. We can only do 500. Adam is at 100% of people that it can use this year. It's just that we probably need to go on and get rid of Adam by reducing this to just one. Yeah. And selling it off, making even more money. This is the last round. This is what I'm saying. I highly suggest this to our production department that we get rid of Adam. We need to get rid of Adam. Look at that. Adam, what are you doing for us? What are you doing? You're not doing much. And that's why we need to get rid of Adam. Look at the second shift statistics. I don't know if production has went in here already, but we have plenty of space and opportunity to make sure that we have a little bit of inventory left over. Having a little bit of inventory left over, people, is a great thing. 11 is awesome. So if we could do that, production department, can we have a little bit of inventory? That's why we're losing on these two. We keep stocking out. Basically, they're saying we need this, and we're saying we did this, and we're saying we're only going to produce that. Come on. Let's give the people what they want, because this is not it. And let's just have a few left over, for goodness sakes. My goodness, can we just give the people what they want? The people want this. We're giving them this. The people do not want this because marketing department fudged up, Team Andrews. The benchmarking forecast is 500 and somebody put 2,000 as if their numbers were correct. Sorry, Charlie. No. Fixed it. Matter of fact, we're getting rid of Adam. That's just too much. We can literally raise our contribution margins by getting rid of this freaking expense. I'm just saying. So then as I'm looking down here, both shifts, base capacity in Adam. This is the base capacity. And this is how much we can produce. And we got 2 freaking shifts. Let's get rid of it. This is the last one. All right. So let's move on. I digress. So then after the production department, you got human resources. Kudos to the human resources department that's seeing that we were spending too much money on some bull crap and actually making sure that we're spending the money on the right side. Whoever's doing human resources, Team Andrews, mwah, great job. And who's ever doing production, you did that automation in a time that we needed. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And let's go to the finance department, right? I love the finance department. We can retire about this much stocks. It would make us look really good if we did too. You know what I'm saying? Our earnings is at $46 a freaking share. Let's retire about, I don't know, everything but maybe 10% of it. Come on, finance department, help me help you. Let's get rid of some of this. You know what I mean? It's this little fattening right there, just a little fattening. But yeah, let's go on and retire some of this. Let's go on and retire this. Leave us about, like I said, leave a little in there so that we can look like we got You know, that makes us look good. When you make it zero, oh my God, it's not good. Always have a little bit of credit. Credit is good. Credit is good. So let's look at our balance sheet, right? We don't have no debt maturing this round, which is dope. So let's look at our income statement. Our income statement. So here is where we are. Total period costs and how much they're bringing in. Okay, okay. Acme, you looking a little peaked right here. Okay, well, with these being said, you know, everybody's bringing in some money, okay? Because that's how much are we spending in direct labor at, I don't know. See, this shows our automation. This shows our automation. This shows what we're not, and this is what we're using in hand-to-hand, good old hand labor right here, right? And they will kill us every time on direct labor just because we are not fully, completely computer operated like the rest of the companies. But Aztec brought in 52, Albany 36, Acme, okay, and you see it. Agape did good. AF did good. Adam, I was about ready to get rid of you. Yes, I was. Okay. All right, so we are doing good on that behalf. So I want to check one last thing before I let you guys go. Well, a couple of more things. Okay. Is working capital. 30 to 90 days will give us a good score on our ratios. It will give us a better score. And we're at 171, Team Andrews. We have 171 days of working capital. And it says here the days of working capital suggests an answer to the question, how long could we operate if we stopped making any sales? 171 days. Nobody seriously expects that to happen, but it does measure how much reserve you have in terms of time instead of an absolute number. So, you know, you can read it for yourself. Again, it says you must keep in mind that working capital is the spread between your current assets and your current liabilities. And you can fund current assets entirely with current debt. No spread, no working capital, but that does not mean that you have no reserves. Rather, it means that your reserves are funded by the bank with short-term loans and lines of credit. In the real world, companies occasionally hit a bad patch on the road. If they do, and the loans come due, there's a chance that the bank will not renew them. A liquidity crisis ensues and bankruptcy often follows. And for this reason, companies prefer to have some equity backing their working capital. Because unlike the real world, Capstone's bankers will always lend you current debt at the beginning of the year. However, most teams prefer to avoid the interest expense and pay off the current debt. Working capital becomes cash plus accounts receivable plus inventory minus your accounts payable minus zero. And notice that accounts receivables and accounts payables almost cancel each other out. So in most cases, the Capstone working capital equals cash plus inventory, and it's funded by equity, right? So if you have no current debt, days of working capital is a very useful measure of your ability to survive a year of poor sales. So, if your days of working capital is less than 30 days, your position is basically risky. If it's over 90 days, your working capital is excessive. Look at us. Look at our working capital. It's excessive. You know, we can work on that. We can work on that. All right. And I finally want to see if you guys understand this. This thing right here, I finally got it. We don't get no points because we got 171 days of working capital. No credit if it's 105 days or more. We don't get no credit for stocking out because if it's greater or less than 5%, then we get no credit. And our stock out cost is greater or less than 5%. So we get no points for that. But the employee turnover rate, how we can't fix that? Employee turnover is a percentage of your overworked and underpaid workforce that you lose each year. Oh, we get partial credit or something because it's 4% to 13%. Who does the employee turnover rate? We need to fix that. Department, Andrews. What else are we getting any points in? Okay. Customer awareness. What? Customer awareness is the portion of customers that know your product. It's the strength of your promotional efforts. So basically 90% we get full credit, customer awareness. But if it's only at 50%, then it's partial. But we got 3 new products, so it makes sense to me. And this is the last round. So I hope you guys kind of understood my babbling as we went through these different forms together. But this is what it is. And so I'm going to update the official decision that I made, and send this. As y'all can see, I only mess with my R&D. I ain't touched nothing else. You save it to update the official for all teams. Official decisions have been updated. Draft saved, 12:32 Eastern, round 8, year 2029. So you guys, I want to go back one more time though. I want to exit. Well, is there anything else I want to see? And this is the industry conditions report that I keep telling you guys about, how it tells you on the perceptual map how you want to be at the end of the year, right? But this right here is what I'm saying. By the end of round 8, these numbers are conducive to performance and size. And that is what I wish I would have had before round 5, right? So anyway, love, peace, and hair grease, you guys. We're going to stop the share on that. Well, let me click up on out of everything. Team Andrews, I am more than proud. I'm about to go ahead, and I see that in our group text, the week announced presentation deck was sent over. And they're requesting or wanting, Busher wants to know who's going to do the audio. We're asking Adabola to do it. So we're going to see. But either way it goes, Team Andrews, it's been my pleasure working with you. It's been my pleasure ending this particular segment of my career and moving forward. And I just really wish y'all much success, peace, love, and happiness and prosperity. Enlarge our territories indeed. Let's take this information and empower our people. Teamwork actually made the dream work. And I am so, like I said, don't lose my number. You guys always reach out. We're professionals now. And like I said, because of you guys, I feel like we really know what we came here for. And we really got the message. And now we can run and be CEOs of anybody's company and do it like we just did this class. All these classes for the last 2 years during that pandemic. Y'all did that. Congratulations. And if you have any problems with the things that I said in this video, feel free to adjust it and just say whatever and comment. Love, peace, and hair peace. Talk to y'all in a minute. So.